Morning, YouTube. We got my truck in the shop today. This one is a 2017 2500 HD. Good truck, but we got 87,000 kilometers on this truck now, and I've never done the brakes or anything. So we're gonna do the brakes, the pads, and the rotors. So we got rotors here, front and back. Front's a little narrower because you have your parking brake, your emergency brake has a drum set up in the back end. These are the pads we got. They're galvanized pads. I'm assuming that's the inside. We got part number here anywhere. Galvanized pads, NS1565AS, made in Canada. Love seeing that. And that's NRS brakes, galvanized brake pads. Top of the line, best you can get. I'm expecting these to last just as long as the brakes that are on the truck, which lasted almost 90,000 kilometers. Really, they would last 90,000 because I know they're not completely gone, but getting close. The rotors, made by World Parts. Really good product. Oh, there we go. Coated brake rotor. Again, top of the line, because whoever knows me knows that I do not like to use cheap stuff. I'm assuming that's the part number, WS1-155191. And again, manufacturers World Parts. Premium coated brake rotor. Yeah, so that's the front one. All right, so I don't know exactly what I need yet. I know I need a 22 millimeter for the lug nuts. We'll get the caps off. That's also, 22 millimeter. 22 millimeter, take the caps off and the actual lug nuts. You're gonna need a jack, obviously. You may have to get under the vehicle a little bit, so definitely gonna want to have some jack stands. Now, because I'm rotating these tires, I'm using my jack stands because I'm going to jack up the back, put jack stand underneath it, and then jack up the front so I can swap the tires. Front goes in the back goes in the front. Rotate the tires while we're at it. I've never rotated these tires since I've had the truck. Well, since I've had these tires, and there's still lots of meat left, but I like to rotate them. Yeah, anyways. Oh, I also got an impact. Got my little impact with a wire brush. I'll show you what we're going to be using that for. And then also just a plumbing wire brush just to get in those little crevice spots, and you'll see what I'm using that for. Got the little impact. We got Bertha here in case we need it, in case we got a really stubborn part. But I don't know how many parts on the inside we're going to be able to hit that with. Anyways, let's get to her. Alright, so we got the tires off, both front and back. That was the front tire. That was the back tire. Alright, so here's our caliper. It's a floating caliper, so two piece. We got to take the actual caliper off. Oof. That looks pretty short. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so there is a bracket here. There's a bracket there. Looks like a 10 millimeter bolt. Take that off, and it should give us a little bit more length on our hose. And I will use the other jack stand to set the caliper on. Alright, so let's dig into this here, see what we need. They got little rubber fittings on there. Alright, you don't want to lose those. I like that. It seals up those sliding pins. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so we will set this somewhere safe. Keep doing it. Alright, there's going to be two of those definitely. Alright, good. There's two of them. Oh, that's a bugger to get out. That's good. That means it's a bugger for anything to get in. Anyways, this is probably going to be a Torx or Allen key. It's an Allen key. It'll be metric. Oh dear. Oof, flying. Alright. So we'll try a 10 because it felt pretty big in there. Ooh, that is loose. That's not a 10. Hold on a second. So I got an 11. Ooh, I hope this one fits. Yeah, she fits. That's good because that's the biggest size I got. Right. So we give her a tappy with our 4-pound steel sledge here. Oh my lord, that is. Alright, here. Let's just gotta move the camera. Alright. Yeah, let's hope that breaks free. Oh, she broke free. She's still really tight though, so I'm going to take this bracket off. I believe it is a 10 mil. I don't have enough room. 10 millimeter. Yep, it is. There we go. That came out rather easy. This off, we should be able to have a lot more movement with that brake line, which is what we need. I can't get the Allen key in there without doing that. Give her a good wiggle there. She's kind of seized in there a bit. Oh yeah, wow. Okay, there we go. Now we got lots of movement. Lots and lots of movement. Be careful because your ABS is hooked up to that too. Come here, Allen key. That is going to be tight, getting that off. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get an impact on that. That sucks. Oh yeah, that is still ridiculously tight. Hear that noise? I don't think it's C's. I think they use thread locker. Yeah, they definitely use thread locker. Thread locker. Makes me a little worried for these ones. It's going to be a struggle. Alright, I'm going to get the caliper out and we'll get it situated. We'll be right back. Alright, so, have one of those days. You'll see here, I'll show you. I got the top one out, the bottom one, not going to happen. She's seized in there like no tomorrow. So what I did was I went and loosened up the back to make sure it was going to come out, because now I need a new caliper, both pieces. So I got this part off. So all we got to do to free this up is I got to take that brake line off, take it off of there, and then bring this in as a core. Oh, never ending. Could be worse though, right? Alright, so I'm going to zip this off. Then I'm going to head to my supplier and go pick up the new caliper, and then we'll continue going. So yeah, I did spray these. I sprayed the heck out of them before I even started. I got the actual mounts off that go on the spindle. Got those all off nicely. Same with the other side and the back. Sorry, the other side. I'm hoping I don't have problems like this on the other side, but time will tell. The good news is he's got 3 of these in stocks. 3 on the right and 3 on the left in stock. So yeah, we'll be good. All right, let's take this line off and we'll bring her on in. Get the brakes loose. Now you gotta leave the freaking brakes. So that's 11. Oh yeah, she's already coming out there. Come on, girl. There we go. Let that just drip in there. Get over. Why am I letting that sock? Nope. It's fucking coming off. Not quite off there, but she's coming off. Oh yeah, just dropping. Alright, we're gonna let that just drip over on. Oh wait, I'm gonna brake lift this. Push it. Alright, come back. I just gotta temporarily hang this frickin' thing back on here. Oh, don't pinch my fingers. Thank you. Thank you for not pinching my fingers. Oh, yeah, bud. Alright, so there's a brass washer on here. Definitely don't want to lose that. Alright. I'm upset because now I gotta frickin' bleed the brakes. It was an 11 millimeter. Come on, girl. Got that tight on there. Alright. So now that we did that, we can move our lovely pail. Oh look, I dropped one of those. I got a spare one now. That's good because I plan on keeping this truck. We'll hang on to that. Ugh. Gross. I hate brake fluid. Alright, now we'll move this pail. Oh. Not too bad, we didn't lose that much. So we can pull the caliper out. I'm gonna get it sitting on this jack stand. My lord, come on out of there. I'm gonna get all of this crap on here. Oof. That is a pretty heavy caliper, so don't want to drop that. Oh. Definitely do not want to drop that. Alright, that's sitting fairly. There we go. Now we're sitting good. I got a spare washer too. Came with the new caliper. So that's the washer that went in there to hold the line on. Now I gotta bleed the frickin' brakes. I really didn't want to go to that extent, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, next thing we gotta do, remove this. It's a Torx fitting. T30. I'm gonna go gentle with everything. Alright, so like I said, T30. Just a little tap. I don't want to force it too much. Oh, come on, girl. Oh, wow. That is a stubborn bugger up right there. Don't strip because that's going into the frickin' jumping. That's just horrible. Let's see if I have an actual Allen key style. See if that works. Actually, you know what? I got a power bar somewhere around here. I'll lock this up. Where is the power bar? Where? I'll lock this up from turning. Slide that in there. She ain't gonna move now. You definitely want to apply pressure in. Oh, that's not a good sign at all. Nothing is working my way there today. It's just not going well. Oh, this is just baloney skins. My lord. Yeah. Yeah, she's stripped. She's stripped. Oh, the other side came out so easy. The back doesn't have one of those, so. And I'm pretty sure that screws right into where the rotor goes up against. I don't think I have an option but to drill this out now. Yay. My lord. More oil. Getting there. Getting there. So there's that bolt, part of it anyway. Just throw that in the garbage. Don't need to run that over. Keep on drilling a bit here, and then we're going to try to push it out. Alright. I think we're almost able to start giving this a little push here. She's smoking in some oil. Alright, I'm gonna try it out. We'll see what happens here. These holes are actually threaded, so you can screw bolts in and pop the push the rotor right out. Let's try that. This is why it's always good to keep miscellaneous bolts around. Oh yeah, we're golden. She's fitting. And that's a 15. I probably should have checked that before I got up. Either 14 or 15. Oh. I think it's a 15. Alright, now we're just gonna walk this. See if it'll push out now. Heard it pop. Boom, she's loose. Alright. Now what's left on that bolt, I should be able to get a pipe wrench, a small pipe wrench on there. I never thought I'd hear myself say this, but the vice grips saved the day. Got her out, didn't have to drill it. That's good. Definitely gonna have to clean that up. Alright, my light died, but lighting looks not too bad on the camera. I wish it was a little brighter for me though. Anyways, we got her cleaned up now. Brush it off with the wire brush and away we go. Yeah, let's get the rotor on there. This is getting tiresome. Alright. Get our big coated girl on there. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh my goodness. Alright. So we got a rotor on there. I'm just gonna get some brake clean and spray all this. And we can get our pads and our pieces in. Alright, I'm gonna get some brake cleaner. Give it a little spritz. I know they're coated, but I've had my hands on it, screwing around this, and my hands are covered in oil. There we go. Oh dear, that's not blocking my light now. Stand up. There we go. A little on the back end. Just where I was touching it. Just right there. Alright. We got our clips on. And the wide part goes in those little slots. Same thing with on the back. Wraps around the outside. Now we can put our pads on. And then we can finally put this caliper on. There we go. That's on. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get most of this oil off of these pins. These are sliding pins because it is a floating caliper. I'm going to put that grease on there. Alright, get that grease on there. Your hands are going to get messy, so keep some paper towel near you. Get one ready to go at a time. Here's one. Probably used a bit much here, but that's okay. Alright, there's two ready to go. Alright, so the struggle. I don't know how this is gonna go. So I gotta make sure these don't come off, make sure that don't come out, and the pads stay in. Going to be interesting, to say the least. Now, put the bottom in, like so. Push that part up. There we go. I don't know how I miraculously kept all that in there. Grab our bolts. That in there. One in. Alright. Okie dokie. And two. A good little girl. Alright, here's our ratchets. Thought I had you ready to go. Okay, I did. Yeah, they covered those calipers in oil. They just poured it all on the inside. Oh. Don't do that. my lord, I guess, you know, they're sitting around for a while. You put a little bit of oil in there. Or you could just put the frickin' grease in. Pardon my language. Sir. All right. Tighten this stuff down and we're good. All right. So with a lot of struggles, a lot of pain, we got the front on. It's ready to roll. Just got to get that tire back on and we're golden. All right. Yeah. And obviously that's not lined up properly because we got to put the tire back on and snug that rotor in. We will do that shortly. First things first, I just want to get this caliper off. And then I'm going to go get myself a cup of tea. All right. So we will get this caliper off. That one's got to stay on until the actual caliper comes off. And this one down here. I did loosen these up before I went to get the replacement caliper, because if I needed two of them, I wasn't going back again. Okie dokie. Got that one off. Now, tappy tappy. So before this falls in the sand, we'll pull that off. Get that right where we need it, and we're safe. Alright. Get that seated on our jack stand there nicely. Nice and safe, it ain't gonna fall. Top here we obviously can't get a impact on, but we can get a wrench and a hammer. The bottom one we can get an impact on, but not the top. Over a little bit. Wow. Definitely use Loctite on all this stuff. Alright, let's get Bertha in there to do its work. Oh, good job, Bertha. So they got thread lock on those. Alright, so this one would be the same thing. You got two holes to push it out. These little brackets here, you can just pop those off. You can save them if you want. If you break them, don't worry about it, because it's just there to hold the rotor on. First things first, I'm going to give this thing a bunch of smacks here with the hammer. And then I'll see if we can start pushing that out. And then keep an eye on the back side, because right inside here it's just like a brake drum. That's your emergency parking brake. So make sure you do not have your emergency brake on, or you will never get this off and you will damage the heck out of that brake. Yeah, that being said, let's get her done. Alright, so yeah, these parts just go around two studs, usually one or two, depending on the truck, or if your brakes have been done already or not. So usually they don't put them back on. I just try to put things back how I had it. So that's it there. That'll just go around the stud. Alright, so I got both of those off. Got my nuts lined in to where it's tight. So I'm going to give this some hits with the old 4-pound steel sledgehammer. Good old trusty here. And then we're going to start screwing those in and push that rotor out. This is going to be a bugger. No way. That is blowing my mind. I didn't even need to push it out. Oh, beautiful. That's a delight. Just gave her a few whacks and she popped right off. So we'll take our bolts back. We don't need to use those now. That's awesome. Boy, that's a first. That's why those threaded holes are there, is to pop it off. In case giving her a few whacks and doing that doesn't work. Yeah, so we just want to clean that surface up a bit. Is this battery nut? No, it's just on speed 1. That's all we need, really. Brick dust in there, which is interesting because there shouldn't be. I don't use emergency brakes. Butte. I remember what I said, this part goes out. You can see how this part goes on the outside, and same with here, it points towards the out. Those little holes, that's what those are for. You want to replace these. There are 4 of them. 2 here. 2 there. And 1. Alright, so we got our pads on, our bolts ready to roll here. Set that down. Grab this beast of a caliper, make sure that the lines aren't twisted. Oh, I wish I had that other light. Alright, that one's on. Alright, now get our bolts. Alright, what a day. I'm not kidding, a day to do this. This is the longest ever taken me to do a full brake job. Both sides done. I didn't record this side because, well, you don't need to see me do the same thing twice. Same as the back on the other side, same as the front on the other side. We got the brakes bled. So what I did, first things first, I topped up the reservoir, and then I went and opened up the bleeder nut. Small video, that's right located on the caliper. My light's charging here because this died on me all day long. Show you where the bleeder is. This will be the same on all calipers. You can see right down there. Okay, here we go. Let's line this up so I can have a finger here. Alright, right, where are we? Right there. That's the bleeder. So you gotta loosen that up. Open it up, lefty. You want to start at the furthest caliper, so the longest line from the reservoir, and then do the next and the next and the next. So you got to do it in sequence. So what you do for all four, you loosen that bleeder nut. This is what I used. Came along in here. Press, yeah, see, that's nice and good. Press that down and move the seat forward though, and then I used it to use the seat to prop it like so. Went back, tightened up the bleeder nut, repeated that 4 or 5 times per caliper to bleed each one. So yeah, you go back, you close it, and then you pull this up, go back, open up the bleeder nut, push the brakes back down again, prop this. If you have, it's easier with 2 people because you have someone doing this in the cab and someone loosening all the bleeder nuts. Anyways, we got the brakes bled. Yeah, I used that as a stake last year. Ran into some soft ground. It works pretty good for the stake. We're forming up a concrete pad. Anyways, this truck is ready to go home. Check that out. My goodness, quite the running board. I might need to replace that. So that's all topped up. Make sure it doesn't get low while you're doing this. Fill it up when you can before it gets too low. And then once you got your brakes good all the way around, go ahead and top it up again. Close her right on up, and away you go. Oh, the front lug nuts, 140 foot-pounds to torque those, 165 in the rear. You'll have to re-torque these about 50 to 100 kilometers after you drive for 50 to 100 kilometers. Re-torque them. I usually do it at 50. I torque them just a little pinch more the first time I torque them, just so it doesn't loosen up too much. Yeah. Brand new brakes on this truck. Good to go for, how old is this truck now? It's 5 years old. So yeah, good to go for another 5 years, hopefully. That's why I bought the good rotors and the good brake pads, so it should be good. Oh, my truck's yearning to get out of here, so I'm gonna get her out of the shop. All right, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We do appreciate it. Take care. God bless. I'll catch you on the next one.